Hi, welcome back to Everyday Behavior. My name is Dr. Mary Ann Shepard, and I'm bringing you this information today. This series is our 10th series, and today we are talking about, or this month we're talking about assessment. So when I talk about assessment, I'm not talking about diagnostic assessment or the type of assessment that a school psychologist or a school psychometrist might do. The type of assessment I'm talking about during this month is the type of assessment that you might do to guide your IEP goal development. And I'm specifically talking about assessment tools that capture some of the skills and some of the deficits that may not be captured by your curriculum. So a lot of times we do curriculum assessment to develop our IEP goals, or maybe you use Common Core or your state standards to develop those IEP goals. However, when you're working with children with autism, with severe or profound intellectual disability, or if you're working with a child that maybe has behavior concerns, those aren't captured by your Common Core standards or your core curriculum that you have at the school. And so what types of assessments do you do? What types of assessments are going to give you good information to develop those IEP goals? And what skills should you be targeting for that specific child when the Common Core maybe doesn't address the skills that are most concerning for that particular child? And so in your IEP goal development and assessment process, the first thing you want to do is you want to look at what instructional assessments are you going to use. So a lot of times, like I said, you use those Common Core standards or those state standards and your school adopted curriculum to establish those for children who are in the mild category or maybe just have a specific learning disability. However, when you're looking at those children that are in the severe, profound, or even the moderate category, those children who have severe communication delays with autism, or those children who have social skill deficits or behavior concerns, you need to use a different established measure that helps provide a standard for collecting that data, okay, and for doing that assessment. Then a lot of times, a lot of your standardized assessments that you're going to get that have a measure for child development also have an accompanying goal setting document or manual of sorts. So they have a partner goal setting formula or foundation that aligns with their assessment. And so then a lot of these are already created for you. In the next month, we're going to talk about goal setting and how to set appropriate goals and how to utilize those assessments for your goals. However, this month is just going to focus on the different assessment tools that you can use. Then, of course, you're going to do your instruction and throughout the year based on the materials and the goals that are provided in those assessments, making sure to do high quality evidence-based instruction. And I'm going to give you some resources throughout the month that are going to talk about some of those things that you can use or some additional resources that you can use to make sure that you're providing high quality instruction. Then the last thing that you're going to do, you're going to progress monitor as you go through the assessment period, through the school year, through that quarter, in the IEP process, and you're going to progress monitor how are the students doing on these specific goals and their individualized goals. And then once you get around to the next IEP the next year, then you'll start the process over. You'll give the same instructional assessment, see where you're at, and then reestablish new goals for the following year. So we're going to talk about all of that during this month. I hope that you find this information helpful and useful. Sometimes we get into it and we find that there were gaps maybe and things that we learned in our higher education classes that didn't really assess what exact tools should you use or what tools could you use. And so this month is really looking at what are some of the tools and resources that are already out there that you can help add to your current curriculum or Common Core standards and maybe make more meaningful goals for students. I hope you find this information helpful. If you do, please like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, and you can also visit us on our website at www.everydaybehaviors.com.